Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new TEK music video. Appreciate you being here. And today we are reacting to the brand new Boom EP, Anomaly Unknown. And with me is Boom.
Hello, my name is Boom Dubs.
Boom Dubs, the man, the myth, the legend, here with an EP, a self-release EP with 5 tracks, 2 of which are collabs, one with TEK and the other one with Sylance. I saw the preview to this EP on Twitter and I about lost my mind because I was blown away at how good the visuals were, at how good the music was, and I'm just so excited to listen to this. Boom has released 2 singles to hype up this EP, but I actually never got the chance to listen to them, so all 5 of these tracks are gonna be brand new for me, created by Boom himself. So anything you want to say before we start?
I just want to say good luck to you, bro. Good
luck. Wait, what? How long has this EP been in the making?
So originally I started this project like 2 months ago. I started because this was relevant when I made the switch from Soundtrap to FL, because originally before I was making all of these songs, I was in this online DAW called Soundtrap.
Wow.
And I've been just in the DAW, whenever I get like a chance, whenever I've been like to work and such, I've been just here in the studio, just trying to make what I can. And I've been just reaching out for labels and such. Like I dropped a remix in the Aluminum. I've been in several different labels like Juxtapose and that stuff. Shout out to these labels, by the way, because they're pretty damn good. They're pretty cool.
Agreed.
So I've been just cooking, man, and people have been knowing me since then. So it's pretty awesome to just be able to do that.
So you've had a big upgrade then, going from an online DAW and still releasing music on that online DAW, then going to FL Studio.
Yep.
So just by that alone, we know that something mad's is about to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the brand new Boom EP, Anomaly Unknown, first track, Stabilizer. I'm sure you've heard these tracks like so many times.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna be watching me the whole time. It's been a second since I've actually reviewed alongside someone. The last time I did it was SGV 6 with Subdocs, but that video actually never went out because I did not record in OBS correctly. But that was like a year and a half ago. Great intro. I like the length. It's not too long, not too short. Really good build up too. I gotta turn this up. Sorry. Just a constant rhythm. And by the way, I'm not faking these just because he's here. I'm not trying to give him an ego boost. This is legit. If I don't like something, I'm saying it. And right now, all of this, it hits. Oh, what was that, Phil?
Racist.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. And now this midsection with that like staticky type piano pad thing.
It's funny enough because it's a pad that I add a bit crusher to, so it gives it that feel.
I like that feel, and it's fitting not only with like the cover art and the theme, but it's just fitting with that style. Like you laid the groundwork so well with this. So now is the time for the switch. Surely something will happen. Fake out? Question mark? Yep. Small variation there in the back. Switch it, come on. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that still.
It's an opener, you know?
Gosh, the fills and just like the stuttery stuff that's happening. I can't get enough of that, like in anyone's music. It always gets me.
Well, you know, this was my War Dubs clip, my first ever War Dubs clip for this year too. So people could actually cook. Yep, I actually managed to release it in this.
Nice. I wish more people would be releasing their War Dub stuff. Like, slight idea here. I need a big creator or a big EDM producer to get every single person that they like their War Dub and just make a massive album, 100+ tracks, and everyone has finished their War Dub trap. That would be sick. Probably won't happen, but
possibilities are possibilities.
Possibilities are. I mean, if If I had the money and the time and the connections, I would do that. All right, so that was Stabilizer. Solid first track. That definitely set the tone for the rest of the EP, and just the atmosphere and the vibe that you're creating in this as well is setting up the rest of it for success. Because I've heard a little bit of Radon Wave, and it's got that similar feel. Super excited for the rest of it. That first track was good. The one thing I would say, I do wish there was a little more variation in the second drop, but like, is that a complaint? Not really, because it still had a solid flow and it had a solid hit.
Yeah, the first one down, people.
First one down, let's go. All right,
Let's
second
go.
track, Radon Wave.
Oh yeah, people loved this.
Yes,
Loved this one.
this was the first single that Boom released. How many plays does this have, do you know?
Like, I think relatively around 1.5K.
Good, as it should. Really loud intro. I had to turn it down there a bit, but that could just be my volume settings. I like the sounds that are being used. Another good length of an intro. Great build up. Why did that sound like Gladys from Portal?
Because it is.
The watery stuff in the back and also that glitchy. It's like water and glitchy at the same time. I love that pitch bend. Oh, triplets! That switch was great. A simple, simplistic switch, but it did so much for you. Yes, approved. That's great. And again, we're keeping with the theme here with this almost jazzy feel, I want to say. Because even the last track had that too, with some of the midsections, kind of just a jazzy feel. Electric jazz. This has got the same thing.
Yeah. Here's a switch.
Again, simplistic, but it hit. Similar with the first part of the second chorus, but then it's a switch. So 4 different variations of the same idea in one song. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ooh. That transition was really cool. I like that. Yeah, I mean, this is meeting expectations right now. And okay, so Boom, you've been in some of my streams, so you know what I've said about intros and outros.
Yep.
There's some people that do not do outros, and it kind of pisses me off. Sometimes, depending on what the genre is, but I can respect that there was effort put into an outro. Although not like expansive like some people do a minute and a half. I'm good with what you did right there because it completed the song. I have zero complaints with that. I love it. There's nothing to say about that. I loved it. Third track, Frequency Disrupt with Boom and TEK. If only that T was a D, that'd be cool. Oh, hold on.
Shout
Go
out.
back. What'd you say?
I was gonna say shout out TEK because this person's very good at what they do. Like, they're very good at what they do. So
Good.
TEK, if you're looking at this video, shout out to you. I love you, man. You're awesome. man.
I'm excited. I've never heard of TEK. Obviously, I've heard of Sylance because they're in my community every now and then, but I've never listened to Sylance music. And nor have I really listened, Boom, don't hate me, I've really not given your music too much of a listen. I've done a little bit. So this is kind of my first thing with it.
Well, there's a lot of cool stuff that I've said. You got time. Oh, you got all the time in the world. So
Yeah. And this is probably a good first impression of your music for me. Really like those vocals in the back right now. Kind of like a hip hop vibe. Oh. Why do I like that?
oh, it just gets better, bro.
It's got a hip hop DJ feel, obviously
Here we go.
electric. Offbeats. I wasn't ready.
You running back for the one time.
I'm probably not gonna be able to do anything. I'm just gonna listen.
See, this is what I was saying, man. That's why I because we told you good luck because
I need it, dude. What? Let's keep going before I say anything. What? Just what? Dude.
That's TEK, bro. That's all TEK's design. All of his songs. That's his style.
Well, okay. Chat, if you like that, go check that out. I might need to do that too.
Yeah,
but that was
please
nuts.
check out TEK because bro is goated.
Love that little thing right there. Oh. What a unique build-up. What a fake out. How am I already? I'm already sweating.
Just go to the show. If you hear any kind of like release from TEK, just so you know, you are not going to make it.
This is reminiscent of Kaifu for me right now. Like this is the same feeling of hearing Faith for the first time is what I'm feeling again right now.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so obviously I was there for the vibes on this one. So probably didn't pay the best attention to what I needed to, but if there was anything out of the ordinary in terms of bad, I would have heard it, and I didn't. I would call that a W. So you just deliver two of those, whatever you call that, organized mass chaos, and then you just have this like little chill thing in the outro. Just quit.
Yeah,
quit.
Because it's
Stop it. Stop. I don't like this track anymore. I'm joking. Jeez. That's the best one so far. And yet it still fit in the theme of the EP. Resonate with Sylance.
This one. This is probably by far my favorite thing that I've worked on for this project.
So this is your favorite track?
Yeah, that I enjoyed working on. So.
Okay. I was actually going to ask that, so love the beat that's being laid down right now. Also, can I just talk about the name real quick for that last track, Frequency Disrupt? Perfect name. Perfect name. Oh, also, this is almost a 6-minute tune, so this is going to be big. Oh, this is the melodic one! I forgot! Oh! I forgot that there's melodic on here.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That percussion fits so well. I'm kind of getting Autumn Hate vibes with that percussion. And I love the lead here, the melody. It's so expansive and the sound changes all the time. Usually after every phrase. There's nothing to not like about this. It's just a well-crafted first chorus. And then you have an out chorus.
Of course.
Bless you, good sir.
I love it. I love doing that, especially when I do like return like this. I have to.
Yeah.
Like, can't imagine myself making a song such as this and not put an out chorus.
Good, because I don't feel like people put enough out choruses, especially after the first chorus.
Right.
So, amazing.
Here's Sylance right here. Yeah,
oh my
that's all
gosh.
Sylance right there. Sylance, if you're watching, love you, man. Was really goated to work with you. Really goated.
And see, I love him too. I love TEK, but I love Sylance too because he's in my community already, which is just great. Yeah, this is dope, man. Both of you.
This is all right. Yep, this is his drop.
the tones that's happening. Oh, that upper part.
Yeah.
I love the sound too. The note choice is perfect. Perfect mixing with the pulsing low end, but it's not too in your face, but not too in the back. Another out chorus. And also with the title of this track, Resonate, I want to say, before we go into that, I want to say, I feel like your idea with this EP was sound waves.
Somewhat.
Okay. Because like I'm getting frequency, radon wave, and then obviously with the cover arts and stuff, I just think of ambiance, space, and sound in particular. And with Resonate, just a great title for this track because like I'm actually resonating. I am with the others, but like because it's melodic, I feel like it's almost more of like I'm connected to the music instead of like this is a heavy track and I love it, you know?
Right.
I feel like there's a difference in that. And Resonate is just a perfect title.
You get more into your feels.
Uh-huh.
Favorite part. I love doing this so much.
That snare and the kick, it's got that like high-end glitchy, just done so perfectly.
Yup. Big
You have that
crush.
shake in the back. Perfect. I see why this is your favorite part. Oh my gosh. So was this you and him together on this, or was this like your idea?
So the first and last drop, which is this right here, the first and the last drops I did. He did this. Sylance did the second drop.
Yeah. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm a jazz musician, and one of the things that we were taught in jazz is that the duration of a solo or a track does not matter as long as the entirety of the track is unique, fulfilling, and original. Then it's worth the time invested to listen to it. And the same thing goes here, is that we have almost a 6-minute track, and yet all of it was something new and something fresh and was enjoyable to listen to. And it wasn't like intro, first drop, tiny little midsection, same intro and outro or no outro. Like a lot of rhythm nowadays is like literally barely 3 minutes. Whereas this is almost 6. That didn't feel like 6 minutes. I don't really think I can say which one's my favorite out of them all yet. Obviously we have one more. But like that one is just so different. Like frequency and resonate. I love them as well as the first two. Yeah, like they're so different. I can't pick a favorite. That's just beautiful standalone, you know?
See that's when you know you made it. That's when you know you made it.
That's what I mean,
the reviewer can't choose.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
he loves it all.
Right. And that's why I've ended up splitting with the creation of deck music. That's why I split the best of whatever year that we're in, because I used to do like 20 tracks and I'd throw in melodic and heavy, but I can't do that because melodic is its own thing. Right. So like, yeah, I love them both, and I'm going to be listening to them both as well as the first two. Yeah. And this last one's going to be melodic too. So, oh my gosh. All right. Last track, Stitched in Place.
This one. My first ever project. FL.
On FL? Oh, yep. Ever?
Yes, ever. Like when I just started.
So wow. So how old is this idea then?
I think it's like a month old, more. Depending on when I made this transition. Okay. But I think it was like around the time when I was first introduced with the recent rack plugin. So, sounds cool. Here we go.
Okay, so obviously you have rhythm. At the same time, the stuff behind it, it's almost giving me Cloudy vibes for some reason. Like Forget by Cloudy. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. But that's just what I'm going to. So
actually, there's a genre based on that.
Really?
Yes, it's called liquid rhythm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's basically just, standard rhythm, but everything in like the back, like in like the back of the track, it's basically just like beautiful piano solos, pads, but it's still, you know, that rhythm feel, you know.
Uh-huh.
So that's what the genre is mainly called. It's generally just liquid rhythm.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people that I know do it as well. I have like friends like you probably know these people as well. Tippy, I know
Yep.
Primal Rights does it for
Uh-huh.
sure. I had friends like Kraitol, which is another artist who's
Yep.
very good and does it too. But there's like a good amount of people that I know do it, and it's like the one of the foundations right now. So it's definitely up there.
So would that song be considered liquid rhythm then?
Yep.
You're actually so right. That's so interesting though, because I was literally gonna say with Stitched in Place, I like it and I know it's gonna grow on, like I can say that in confidence. I know that this will grow on me with more listens. Like because I love Katomi. And the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me.
Mhm.
But with this one, I'm like, I don't love it, which is odd because I have listened to Liquid Rhythm before, and clearly it's one of the foundations, as you said.
Mhm.
Which, so that's so interesting. I'm gonna go back and I think it's because the percussion is way more in your face than Katomi, and so it might just be more harsh for my ears right now. But again, like this stuff is not new to me.
Yeah, I mean, people have seen it before.
I just need to get used to it. Because like I like it, I just don't love it. You know?
Right.
And that's
fair.
no offense to you. It's the genre, it's not you.
Yeah, of course.
So
People got preferences.
and I've said this through like my entire video library on Deck Music. I don't know genres as well as I should. So there you go. Or at least terminology. So okay, let's go back to midsection and we'll listen to the rest of this. I genuinely want to like this. I think it's going to take me a few listens to get into it because that, as I said, the percussion is more in your face than I'm probably used to for this genre.
Yeah, and honestly, I would feel the same too because considering this is my like first ever track that just I just got into the DAW. I would personally say this is not my best. I know it's not my best because I just started and all.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact if I were ever to do Liquid Rhythm again one time, I know I could top that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
myself.
Sakura and Boom, Liquid Rhythm track, when? Did I just guess a collab?
Need. No, I just said need.
I was about to freak out if that was actually happening.
I'd love that. I need it.
That would be dope. I'm not sensing any change here, although we did talk a lot in between the choruses, so I might just not be remembering right. I'm not sensing any change, or maybe very little change. I don't really think I'm against that.
It's
I think
mainly
I'm fine
because I think it's because I changed the pitch of the bass or the main bass. That's all.
And again, it's supposed to be rhythm, so it's like, are you really gonna get that much change? I would say a good rhythm artist can make the idea sound the same with changes.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
For sure.
But still, like, Katomi didn't change, if at all. This one, I'm not remembering if it did. I'm gonna save that and I'm gonna come back to it because I know that I can like that more than I do right now. Sir, that's a 5 out of 5. And that's being honest. That's not because you're here. So I just gotta say, whoever did the cover art, which you would know.
Myself.
Okay, I'm hiring you for my cover arts now. That's ridiculous.
I did it myself, yeah.
Frick. Just, yes. Love the cover art. I'm a sucker for good cover arts. The atmosphere and the ideas and the themes that were presented. And then also just the diversity. You've got 3 heavy hitters and 2. No, I would even separate these last 2. One melodic track and the other one as a chill, low key type thing. Just a good 5 tracks. Like more than good. That's just great. That's
Thank
just
you,
great.
Bro. Thank you.
I will be coming back to this. I'll probably listen to that in the car tomorrow. Well done. You really outdid yourself, and at least from what I know, like this is your best work. So I'm sure other people can say that too, knowing your previous discography. So we're actually going to do an artist interview. I know we've talked a lot in between a lot of these songs and stuff, so this will be probably a 20+ minute video. But we are going to do an artist interview. So if you have questions for Boom, I'm going to be mandating Boom, and he doesn't know this. You're going to respond to every comment with me on the video.
Of course.
So if you have a question for Boom about this track, or sorry, this EP or whatever, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll be responding to what I can. Boom will as well. That is if you want. Like I say mandate, but like you don't have to. Okay, so I have a series of questions here. First one is who or what is your biggest inspiration for this project?
Ooh, good, a very good one, a good starter. So, I think by the time I found my style or such, I don't say like find my style, but like gain some inspiration to my style. I was really into this artist that's like kind of underrated, but people know him very well. He's called Miles Per Hour, and I think a lot of it comes with like his aesthetic. He's very like because mainly his aesthetic is like 20s, like 20s, not 20s, 2000s, the 2000s,
Okay.
like Y2K and that such. And me knowing that I was born around that era, I was very exposed to it, and I enjoyed every single second of it. And the more I just grew up, and even till now, I love the aesthetic so much that I just decided, I might as well incorporate it into a project such as this.
Next question for you: how did the idea for your titles and theme come about? If that did come about, and if not, it just kind of happened, and that's just how it happened.
Well, okay, so I think generally like creating this was I think it also comes from I think this also comes from the Y2K era, and I was thinking of just like nostalgic things from like the past. Like I know like when I was growing up, I had like things like Razor scooters and like pop rocks and such, and it was just like even the Windows XP. Like I would always like to spend time around that, and I enjoyed like just doing stuff in it. It's like as any person would. So I think trying to generate the idea and the feel and aesthetic to this project, I felt like really captivated on that, and I really think it like solidified the message.
Yeah,
for sure.
And like I said, when listening to the tracks, the theme was showed throughout all 5 of the tracks, the cover art, the titles, just everything. And I really like how you stuck to that, because there's a lot of people out there who are really good, some of which don't like to stick to a theme or just don't. But like when you can make more than just music, which is what we just, or at least what I just witnessed, more than music, where there's something behind the music and there's things to go along with it, such as the cover art, the titles, the feels in the atmosphere. That's when you know that this is not just music, it's art. So I'm glad that you have done that for sure. What aspect of this project was your favorite to create?
I know for a fact it was the art. Probably no more for sure. The art was it was kind of a pain because originally these arts were made in Blender, and I use a combination. So the shape that you see here is was made in Blender, and it's called Metal Heart. Metal Heart is this aesthetic that's mainly prominent in the Y2K era. So you'll see it in like stuff like I wouldn't say like ads or such, but I think Metal Heart was just mainly around like video games and such, or like other like old music label or music albums or releases from the past. And they had like this cyber like feel, this cyber like so it's I decided to like that sounds like something I would like to incorporate in this. And so I went into Blender one day and I was fooling around with just how I can make a shape such as like a torus be unique. So, and I think that goes for anyone who also has had their experience with Blender. Um, I know one artist that usually, or actually two. There's two artists that I know that like usually do this style too, like very well. One of them for sure is Nufori. Nufori does these cover arts for their releases, and it's like it's beautiful. Like genuinely, it's a beautiful thing. For sure, I would like to maybe one day have to calm them for sure, like commission them for sure if I ever get big,
Mm-hmm.
or even just work with them in the beginning because it's like I love what they do. I genuinely love what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one. Another one would be Triakis. Triakis is another artist who is a little short. They're a little shorter than Nufori, but they're pretty. People know him, and he was featured in this little collective called Ancient Collective, which was I believe he runs it. Yes, he runs it. So he's the label owner of Ancient
Mm-hmm.
Collective, and he does like the visuals and such, and it also kind of brings that feeling too. It
The
brings that.
people who do visuals and cover arts for stuff like this, it's like, how do you? It's like magic. It's unbelievable. I would love to learn how to do some of that, being a video person myself. So I can understand the love for that,
Of
because
course.
I mean, yeah, I'm a sucker for good cover arts, this being one of them. That also kind of makes me think of the Night Fevers EP by Beast Boy,
Yes,
and
that part.
Kanodo does a lot of this stuff too. And I love it. It's so cool.
Here's another thing too. There's the Egregore EP that you reviewed by
Yes,
Eugene. That's also one too. That's
yeah, that's
also
also
Metal
one.
Heart. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh gosh. What aspect of this project was the hardest to create?
Hmm. I think it might be the art again this time again because I saw out this project to be. I thought that with each project or like not each project each track of this project I had to think to myself, this shape has to be unique. Every track has to be unique to its own
Mm-hmm.
style. So I was like, it was difficult because I was like, I wasn't like crazy experienced with Blender, and I was like a little like I only knew how to do these stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like having to find out like how to do like how to make this shape or how to like do this shape or how to make it into wireframe like so in the stabilizer cover in SoundCloud, and everything kind of fell into place the more I did it. And can't really just keep talking about Blender as well. I also I also finalized it with Canva, believe it or
Mm,
not. I also finalized the stuff with Canva because I added like the little effects or like a little touch ups
yeah.
as
And
well.
that makes sense. I wouldn't do that in Blender.
Yeah, because I wouldn't. I don't see it happen. So I did like. I wouldn't understand how that would work.
I can relate to that in the sense of the thumbnails that I make, specifically more for my main channel. Because I have a thumbnail artist for the music channel and for my main channel. But when there's thumbnails that I know I can make, so I don't need to outsource it,
Mhm.
I genuinely make those thumbnails in DaVinci Resolve. Not even kidding. Which is a video editor. So it's like not supposed to make stills in it at all. So I can understand using Canva, and that's totally fine. So I mean, and the thing is, it still looks so good. So
Yeah.
good. What is your favorite piece out of this project and why?
Resonate.
Yes.
Easy question right there. Resonate was one of my favorite things that I've made for this project, and I think it's simply because not just because it's like melodic and such, but there's a couple of factors. One, Sylance is one of these people where I thought it was just gonna be just run the mill, just producer, just here, you want stems, give me the stems, and just work on it, so on and forth. But I think Silence and I kind of go a little way back, and it's been crazy. It's because it's like I didn't expect it to like flow so well, and I think probably say the same too, because generally this was his first time trying feature rhythm. Like he doesn't really do this stuff. So having to do that for the first time was actually pretty awesome. I think another aspect for this song in particular was the last part that I did with the guitar stuff. That part generally was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Of making that track.
What was it like working with Sylance and TEK?
So I think I was a little nervous, with having to get these collabs done. So I think I can start with TEK because he's a little more innovative with it. So TEK has this style where it's like it kind of sounds similar, not to say like it is at all, because everyone this is unique in their own way. Whether that being with having inspiration and such, but his style is I've seen people say this too. It's closely similar to Deviate in a way.
I actually picked that up, and I didn't say that, but I was picking up a Deviate style, and I'm a huge sucker for Deviate.
TEK is very very good at what he does. I could like think of a word that would fit for this scenario, the track, the experience of having to work with him in general would probably be invigorating. Generally, the idea for this was like I wanted to incorporate the more melodic styles because I think I've seen his stuff and mainly it's like it's dark. Like most of his stuff like it's like a dark after tone and then it goes into like the craziness. Basically, the drop it would be like the craziness and such.
Right.
So I was like, maybe I can like put a little light into that. So I decided to send him the idea or such because I think originally this was supposed to be something similar to like Vex You, but we decided that I don't want to like go too far into that because I know like the vocoder stuff is cool and all, but I have yet to learn that on my own steps, and I would like to learn that on my own steps because it sounds pretty cool. But we decided, I decided to put like melodic elements into that stuff, but still, have that groove, as you can see from like the hip hop samples that were implemented into like the off drops and such.
Yeah.
With that, I think with TEK, it was just it was an experience. It was pretty awesome, and I love what he does.
What about Sylance? If you have a word for that.
Sylance is like just another one of these people that I've been able to talk to for quite some time. The experience and having to work with them was generally one of the most coolest things that I could have done so far. Because I knew Sylance because of their one track that they released just recently. It was called Intercourse Dub.
I'm looking at that name right now.
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty good song in the end.
I bet.
And so I saw that and I was like, wait, it actually goes. This actually goes. So I was like, I decided to reach out to him in a server that he was in. And I was like, dude, I like your song so much. I like your style so much. And so he was like, oh, thank you very much. And like, I like yours too. So we checked out each other's stuff. From there, and we're like, yo, I think it would be really cool if we could like collab at one point. And he agreed. So I was like, but this was like way before the project came into place. Like we weren't really just talking before that existed. So now that when this time came, it was like, oh, it was go time. It was go time. And so I was like, I had to lock in. Get that. I gotta get this done. But I got this done, this one. get everything straightened up, and I had to pitch this idea to him. Because, you know, from what I've seen from like his past stuff, he doesn't really do like, he didn't do like melodic stuff or so on and so forth. So I presented him the idea of like doing something new, and I encourage this in like all producers that I usually work with. I want to try something a bit new or experimental, but still have people, you know, have like a flow to it, and, you know, still enjoy it in the end. So I know for a fact that with the creation of Resonate happening, we incorporated a bit of that. We incorporated a bit of the style into this project, and it was very fun to keep enhancing it as the drops went by. So it was very awesome to get that done and share it to the public.
I just love how you made sure that you were heard in both of those. With TEK, from what I'm understanding, probably his sound design shined more. But then you were also standing up for yourself in the sense of you wanted to also be in it because you're going to be on the track too. And then same with Sylance, trying something new was just another sign that you were in that. So I really appreciate the intentionality that you have there. So Boom, thank you so much for joining me. This was awesome. I'm going to be listening to this a lot. Like genuinely, that was amazing. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Of course. I want to give my shout outs for being able to push this project. You know, my collab partners, TEK and Sylance, if you're watching. Again, thank you guys for being able to push this project out. I want to also thank Just In Case for making the trailer and the preview in socials. Really came out pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
As well. I also have some producer friends that were also hyping this out too. So I don't know like in the order, but I definitely have like some people that were pretty excited as well. And labels too. So I wanted to shout out Zytra, Yito, Sora, Mike Shift, Devath, Tippy. There's like a lot of people. Nova Sai, Jumbo. There's like a lot of good people that were very they were waiting for this moment. So it was like having to see that support generate from pushing this project was like, it was insane.
Boom, thank you. As per usual, everything will be down in the description for Boom, Sylance, TEK. So make sure you go check them out. If you did like the EP, go check it out. It's on all platforms. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
See you.